Roshini Rajkumar, our guest, host of the brand new podcast, The Crisis Files, which is very unique. And I want to play what is basically the first 20-something seconds of the show.
It's not a matter of if, but when a crisis will rock your world. I'm Roshini Rajkumar, crisis strategist, licensed attorney, and host of The Crisis Files. My crisis squad and I are here to find solutions. Our suggestions are meant to empower you to handle your own crisis or prevent crises from happening.
I have to tell you, this is so fascinating because you have a team that you assemble, and sometimes they're grouped together. Sometimes it's one-on-one where you're interviewing one of these experts that cover a variety of different backgrounds and areas of expertise in crisis communication and more. And how you present it's interesting because you take a specific topic and really examine it in depth. Tell us about this new show.
Well, I'm so excited about it, Jimmy. As you know, because you had me on in the past, I had my radio show, Real Talk with Roshini, for 9 years. I sunset that show a year ago, September, and had been starting to work on this prior to sunsetting that show, and originally planned for only a TV version or streaming version. So we got to work in getting our pilot shoot together. We shot the pilot sizzle reel in April of this year and started on our plan to pitch it to television and streaming executives, which very early stages of that pitching. But while the pilot was being edited, I said to my team, this content is so vital, and it's almost like we're living in daily crisis anyway. I want to get the word out that I'm the host of this new show, The Crisis Files. So I decided let's do version 1. We're going to launch as a podcast while we start working on pitching the television version. So just a few weeks ago, less than a month ago, in the month of August, episode or case file, as I call it, case file 1 dropped, and case file number 7 drops right after Labor Day. And it actually features one of my squad members who is from Denver, the only squad member from Denver, Dr. Cheryl Ziegler. She's a clinical psychologist. We're going to get into the topic of mass shootings, and she has some great advice for parents and educators and young people. So definitely go on thecrisisfiles.com. It's also on every podcast platform. We hope you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Crisis Files. But we have my squad. So it's 4 members. Dr. Ziegler, Dr. Abdul Amari is my DEI guy, my inclusion guy. Steve Silton is our business and entertainment attorney. And Jennifer Hellman is our PR guru. These are my 4 squad members. But we may absolutely, time to time, and I'm already starting to plan for this, tap into other experts, subject matter experts, thought leaders. I may be hitting you up, Jimmy, for a future episode to handle topics of crisis. So something that's coming up later in September is this whole topic of big city safety. And, I'm based in Minneapolis. Minneapolis, unfortunately, was the birthplace of some things that are now really among us as a narrative when it comes to safety and questions of safety. So we're going to get into that on the Crisis Files. We hope that people send us their issues, their crises, and myself and the Crisis Squad can go at it and try to find some solutions. Of course, just for disclaimer, we always say, you need to find your own doctor if it's a medical thing or a lawyer if it's a legal thing, but we can at least put some best practices out there, try to help guide you down the right path. And I'm really excited about it. And the initial reaction to the Crisis Files has been terrific. And you know how you really are hoping for all generations to be into it. I've got 20-year-olds telling me that, and every decade is telling me after they've listened to this, this is so needed right now. So I'm really excited, and then I'm excited, hopefully in the near future, to bring to the little or big screen the Crisis Files TV show.
Well, I think it's excellent. And if I can be of help to the Crisis Squad, let me know. I would be delighted to. I will also say I just put out a tweet that includes both the teaser video and a link to the podcast. I'm at Sang Center, Sang with an E, not an A, Center on Twitter. Of course, you can follow at The Crisis Files on Twitter and log on to thecrisisfiles.com. Roshini Rajkumar, out of time here, but thank you so much for joining us as always. And good luck with the podcast.
Thank you so much, Jimmy.